Welcome to our community, where we value positivity, respect, and a drama-free environment above all else. We believe that maintaining a harmonious atmosphere is crucial for everyone's enjoyment and well-being. Kindly remember that this is a drama-free zone. We are here to support and uplift one another, and negativity has no place here. If you find yourself tempted to stir up trouble or engage in any form of drama, we kindly ask you to reconsider. Let's focus on building meaningful connections and sharing positive experiences. Should anyone choose to disrupt the peaceful atmosphere, we reserve the right to remove them from the community. Our goal is to create a safe space for all members to engage, learn, and grow together.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Tuesday night. That means it's Horseman time. Yeah, I'm still Horseman, trust me. Just haven't been here a couple weeks with work, feeling ill last week, but I'm here, and I am recovering from this weekend. This weekend was amazing, guys. It's that one weekend a month when I could just get away and have some fun, and it's just amazing. We'll talk all about that here in a little bit. And Kate, welcome. Thank you. We missed you Saturday night for sure. But we have two great guests on tonight, possibly three. Who knows? We'll bring them on. And again, guys, let's be positive. Let's just be positive. That's what we're here for. And yes, Anthony, you are late, but it's all good, brother. It's all good. You're here. That's where you're supposed to be. Mark Schaefer, you are here to stir up trouble. Well, sir, I am here to boot you. If you start trouble, you're out. Jeremy Knapp, what is up? What is up? Ryan Milkey, I am so glad you are here, along with everyone else and myself. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Milkey on. What's up, brother?
What's up, buddy? I'm still suffering with Wi-Fi issues, so please deal with me throughout the night if I have terrible internet.
Oh, it is all good. I see.
I do.
Just glad to have you back. It was a long, what, 2 weeks? Felt like a little time away.
Yeah, man. It's always good. It's a fun event every year. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
It's a great time.
Yeah,
and it just seems to get better every time.
Oh, it does. It builds and builds and builds, and there's no telling what's going to happen next year. We had Gaston there this year. If you guys missed it, make sure to go back and check out the live. Skip around because there's all kinds of weirdness that happened. Somebody was in a hot tub. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Jeremy on. And I'm not real sure what's going on down there, but there's something going on at his house. Guys, you know they like the paranormal stuff? I think he brought one home with him. Look at that.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, my. Yeah, I don't have one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, guys, what a weekend. Hey, Mitchie.
Hi.
What a weekend.
Momo. Yes.
Blaze said, F that, I'm out. It's over, Blaze. It's over.
Okay.
Oh, man. We had some fun with that mass this weekend, though. We had some fun with that.
Oh, God.
So,
she kept hiding it up there where I could just see it every once in a while. It'd scare the life out of me every time I saw it.
oh, yes.
Long time no see, Mark Schaefer.
Yes. Mark Schaefer was with us this weekend. Christina Payne. She's not with you guys anymore, correct? She's with family in Kansas City, I think.
She left Monday.
Awesome.
Yep, yesterday.
Awesome.
Hello, Kate. What a great group. We had Sassy and Mr. Cajun and you and Danny and AC. And Bailey was in. Mark Schaefer. Awesome to see him here. That was so much fun. Christina, it was just a blast. It was a blast. And I'm telling you right now, we could not have, this is going to sound bad, but Milky, if you were here and we didn't have your services in there as a mod, it would have been a nightmare. So you really just killed it. You helped so much. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, big time.
No worries. I had to step in any way I could. Plans didn't work out the way I wanted them for this year, but still didn't stop me from doing my bit and supporting and being a horseman. First and foremost, I'm a horseman, whether I'm in the UK or whether I'm in America. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it was a huge help. What's up, Johnny Knight, Jeremy Knapp? Good evening, Sister Kate, Kenneth Bird. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
Anyone I missed? Hello.
Yeah, that's just you stepping in and doing the mods and stuff really, really helped. Because we were all sitting there. We had your computer, a laptop. Everyone had a phone on, trying to keep track of what was going on, and it would have been hard to do start and stop and keep track as fast as we were going because we were moving. We were moving pretty fast.
And the problem I ended up with was when the original cameras didn't work out like they should have, and the camera quality was so bad, I had to switch to using my phone as the camera. Yep. And doing that, by doing that, I was tied up on the computer, I was tied up on my laptop, and I was tied up on my phone. I couldn't check anything. So people kept saying like, "Hey, check your IG." I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
Check your PayPal. I can't. I couldn't do anything.
Usually, because we have two separate PayPals, and I couldn't do it this time.
Yeah, we couldn't do it, so it was perfect, and it worked out great.
Earth Mafia's accountant on F Cancer, apparently.
Facts.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah, everyone that was there, everyone that came out just in the chat, just to hang out, was amazing. Everyone that purchased something, thank you so much.
Big time.
You guys are so amazing out there. I'm sure at some point in the next few weeks we'll know a total of what was raised. We kind of know from the other night, but
I can make that announcement. I can make that announcement tonight.
That is totally up to you.
Yeah,
it's totally up to you. But it was just an amazing time. Anybody who is on the fence about either donating or helping or even purchasing something, it's a great cause. We had so much fun. Yeah, Anthony was there in spirit.
Well, someday, Anthony, you can be here in person.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to just sit back and watch this face?
Mitchie, when she was eating that nasty
that
quail egg.
But you know what was worse? When I burped.
Yeah, burped up the quail egg.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Well, we had just absolutely an amazing event, and we got rid of some really cool stuff. And I think I can't wait to see, the mystery boxes get opened, and I can't wait to see how, people get all their stuff. And I'm so grateful that the things that we have can benefit somebody else and go to a greater cause like this has done year after year. And it's grown every year, and the amount total for 3 years is just blows my mind. So.
Yeah. When you said that the total for 3 years, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I was completely floored, and I've always been brought up to help others as much as I can. I don't have all that. I don't have everything in the world that I need either. But if my little bit of something can help someone else, I'm probably going to give it to them.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy being on camera, but doing stupid stuff to raise money, I'm all for it. And you guys have seen that the last couple of years. So all 3 years, in fact, even though 1 year I was here.
Right.
Yes.
Right. No,
I think it was the headband and the wristband.
The headband and the wristband. Did you bring those? Because those were fantastic. Those were here.
For me.
Okay, they were awesome.
Yeah, Mitchie threw them at me. I don't know, 2 or 3 items in. They're like, here. I'm like, okay, cool.
I mean, there's 2 things. One, you put on the headband and the wristband, and I was like, that just says Charles. Like, that's perfect. It fit you so well. And then it was the hat, this hat on Big Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Sunglasses. I was like, I should just give them both. I should give them the hat. It was very well done. And Gaston was awesome to have here.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. And we had our skinwalker here. We did some fun, crazy, wild stuff.
Said, if he gets to dress up, I'm dressing up too. And she was gone.
I think that we need to do some research and figure out what exactly we want to do next year. We lost Milky.
He's going to restart his computer and see if his Wi-Fi clears up.
Okay.
He was only getting every other word or so.
Gotcha. I think we're going to have to regroup, do some research, and think about next year and what we want to do and how we want to do it, whether we do it here, whether we do it in a different location, whether we, whether it's around the Funko items and that kind of thing, or whether it's some other things. I mean, we just have a lot to think about, a lot to do. And whether or not, I've had a lot of people say that we need to look at other charities to donate to so we can, look at something like that. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Anthony Carlos was going to come, but he had too much to do at home. He had too many jobs. It's been raining, so the grass has been growing, so he had to work. So otherwise, he would have been there.
He had to hold the fort down while you were here.
Yeah.
No, not baby Carlos. Not at the table, Carlos.
Not at the table.
Not at the table. Kate, yes, I did get that picture you sent. That was fantastic. Thank you for doing that. I shared that on. Too funny.
Did you have to work? No, he was working on some other stuff, Anthony. He was staying busy while I was able to play. He was working, so I could go play. So, but hopefully next year he can come.
It's a reminder every year that we think, like, our goal has always been every year to sell everything we have. We'll collect for an entire year, and then everything's up for sale for the sake of this cause. And so every year we think, okay, we're just going to sell it all. We do the mystery box run, we do the auctions, all that. And in 5 hours, we sell a ton, right? So after the first year, I was like, we're just not going to have anything left. And then after we regrouped and put all the pops back together and everything that was left over, it was like, holy crap, we still got 1 million pops.
Yeah.
And this year we emptied off that table. We only didn't sell 3 items, I think it was.
I'm
so glad
emptied off the table, got it all out of there. And I thought, holy crap, we are literally down to just a handful or two of pops. And then today I consolidated and organized, and we're back to this.
Well,
Nice.
that was from the shelves over there. But
Nice.
So
Jeremy also hasn't seen what's in the closet.
we got another year's worth of stuff.
Yeah. I've already started a box, a tote to donate to F Cancer for next year. So wherever it may be,
I think that next year we'll do. Next year we've made enough relationships with some of the, comic shops and the card shops and all that stuff that will maybe bring together some donations from other places. And then this year we didn't. Yeah, Christina, the guy yelled at Christina because she was wearing the Die Hard Is Not a Christmas Movie shirt. Yeah, told her to charge her double. But we, sweetie, I'm not going to get Bobby D's address on this live. Good heavens. Gosh, she's been on me about that. But yeah, I think we'll get some of that stuff. And then this year, we really didn't do anything where we reached out to the community and said, hey, if you want to donate pops or you want to donate anything, we just kind of made it happen and used what we had. And it turned out really well. I have no complaints. I mean, some great people donated some great things. Luau and his chocolate boxes and OCD. And there's just a ton of stuff. Sassy and Mr. Cajun brought stuff. A lot of people brought stuff. You brought stuff. Big Easy brought stuff. Everybody brought stuff. And it turned out incredibly well. So overall, the grand total, I'll just tell you, we raised just short of $5,000. Matched it to make a $10,000 donation. We were just short. We had some last minute donors to get us to the 5,000, to which we matched, and we made 10. So that means the first year we raised roughly $5,000. I'm going to make some numbers up here, but roughly it was $5,000 the first year. Second year was about 12,500, which with the angel donor or whatever they call them that matched that, it became 25.
Yeah.
And then so that's 30, and then with this year's 10,000, that's a 3-year running total of $40,000.
It's
crazy, mind blowing.
It totally is. It is totally mind blowing.
So pretty exciting.
And if that 40,000 can help one person, just one person.
Yeah.
It's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know? It's all that matters.
Yeah.
What's up, Bumpy?
I mean, anybody. And I and you'd like to think that would go towards some sort of advancement in a treatment or some sort of, new medicine that helps with whatever. But, assuming that it does, then it could help a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. 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 It's such a debilitating disease because I've seen people go from completely healthy 1 minute to gone in 2-3 weeks. It's crazy. And with technology the way it is and medical technology, we should figure it out by now. I mean, it's crazy.
The message that I would say to anybody that, that's here and listening is, you'll never know unless you go see a doctor.
Exactly.
And so regular routine visits to the doctor, I'm horrible about them. I know a lot of people that are. A lot of us guys are like, oh, I don't need a doctor. And, we're too cool to go see that, go get annual physicals and all that stuff. Yep. But the reality is you catch it early, you got a good shot. That's how far we've come. It used to be if you had it, you didn't stand a chance. Now you catch it early, you got a good shot. And you can't be like, unfortunately, that's the case in the examples that I've had in my life where it's been avoid the doctor, then go to the doctor and it's too late. And that's a shame. So what's up, Crispers?
Hey, Crispy. Hope these scratches NFT should have been salty and you could have made millions.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. Yeah. Yeah, we ended up with what, like 2 pops, a stack of comics, and then some NFT stuff.
We did end up with a stack of comics. I'm thinking from the pops was the Skeletor on Throne, the Wienermobile.
Yep.
And then the only other thing was my Frankenstein Jr. that I didn't want to sell anyway, and that's how I just put it back up on the wall.
There you go. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yep. And then the two Fast and Furious pops that somebody is planning on purchasing, they will be sold, and that money will go towards.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an awesome time. If nothing else, it's like I said, it's a time for me to get away and just kind of relax. I know Christina was having a blast. Mark Schaefer was there having a blast. We all were. So
it's just so good having everybody in one spot and being able to do that. Hello, Milky.
What's up, Milky?
Hello. I'm hoping it's better. I don't know if it is.
It is. Already.
Better on our end,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, it's hopefully next year, Milky, we can get you here and you can partake in it. Like I said, wherever, whenever it is. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you make it over here, we'll do something regardless. It doesn't matter whether it's in the midst of that or not. We'll do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tear the town up for sure. So.
Oh yeah.
But so August.
I have Jeremy's address now, so I can literally turn up anytime.
There you go.
Knock on his door and go, "Hey, I made it."
Got my address. Got my cell phone number.
I got here, but I'm here.
Yep. Lots of great hits in the 100 mystery boxes. Yeah, exactly. Those mystery boxes were stacked, guys. We're stacked with pops. Trust me.
That was a 3 years running. Wanted to give back because it's always, it's usually the same people that buy the boxes year after year, and we just wanted to hit a home run with them. So there's plenty of $10 boxes in there. We just haven't seen them yet, but there's plenty of $10 boxes in there, but there's some serious fire too.
Yeah. I've opened 4 and my lowest was 18 boxes. So you can't beat that. What's up, below average, Danny?
What up, Danny?
Yeah. Start saving your money now, folks.
That's right.
Because those boxes sell out fast. They're usually gone a week or so at least before F Cancer even starts.
And that's what we do. We start saving immediately. So a little bit of money every week goes back. And then that's what allows us to match or donate, to some degree at the end of the year. So we start putting money back now, and I don't care come hell or high water if the house burns down and I need, and I can't eat tomorrow, I'm still not getting into that fund. So,
so personal question, don't have to answer if you don't want to. Have you and Mitchie always been philanthropical like that, like donating every year, or just kind of since you started the F Cancers thing?
Be honest with you. Okay, that's a great question. It's a great question. I have always wanted to be more charitable than I am. I lived a lot of my life struggling, trying to get just living paycheck to paycheck kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And when my dad passed, he left us, he left us some money. And the thing that I always subscribe to is that the money he gave us isn't mine, and it needs to go to things that are greater than me. It needs to be managed well, as though it's his. It needs to be spent as though it's his, and I don't need to go blow it by buying cars and houses and whatever. I need to do what I can to give back, and so that's what we've done. Is we've tried to up our game in those charitable contributions. Meanwhile, investing it wisely, and so that it can it'll do one of two things. It'll continue to allow us to be charitable, and it'll also be able to generationally pass down to help future generations of our family.
Great.
That's what we try. That's what we're trying to do.
Okay. I kind of figured that's the way but
yeah,
like I said, personal question. I didn't want to pry too much, but I just
no.
I know it was on my mind, and it was probably on others that know you guys. So.
Yeah, it's a great question, and I think that's an important question. God forbid anybody has to, deal with that and get an inheritance, but it's part of life, and when you do, you need to honor and respect the money that you get. So
exactly, yeah.
You can't blow it all on Pokemon cards.
Exactly.
I've seen a little bit.
I've seen some personal friends, their families, mother and father pass away, and they get a lump of money, and they go, and it's gone in 6 months. And it's like, kind of the same way you said it. That's not really your money. Mm-hmm. They worked for that. I just got it because I can no longer talk to them.
Right.
It's like
give it all back.
Yeah.
For a second, and we don't get to do that. So, it's not a lottery win. It's not anything else. It's not my money. I didn't work hard for it. And so I need to respect it and treat it the right way.
Exactly. James Bashirs, good evening. Hope you are feeling well tonight. I'm still praying for you. I know you told us some stuff on the live the other night, so still in our thoughts and prayers for sure.
We are with you.
Yes.
And then Mark Schaefer says Gugon gets rid of sticker residue. For those of you might not know, mm-hmm, yeah, for those that may not know, when we got up the next day, it became quite apparent that Big Easy decided to re-wallpaper my entire house with his stickers. We found them everywhere, and I guarantee you we still haven't found them all.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were literally everywhere, guys.
Yeah. Stuck on everything.
Yeah. So all night long during F Cancer, he was just walking around.
Yep.
So, but you know how it is. So Ryan, do they do anything like this over there, over in Europe or England?
I don't want to say they don't, because I'm sure they do. I'm not aware of it. I'm not privy to that information, or I haven't been around those circles or people that do it, because I don't know. It's not as prevalent, I guess if you ask anybody in the American Funko community if there was an event, a yearly event that did something for charity, F Cancer would be in in the mix of conversations. But in the UK, if you ask, well, you did just ask me that question, and I can't think of anybody that does an event in YouTube community, especially within the collecting world.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that do a lot of different things. I mean, some of the most charitable people I know. I mean, you, Charles, have always been one of the most charitable people I know. You've done so many fundraisers with backpacks and all the different events that you've raised money for over time since your channel started. So, you know, it's not as recognizable because they're instead of it just being one huge event once a year, it's, you know, it's just constant smaller events. Or like, you know, Pop and Duo does, they sell their dog tags, and all that money goes to a veterans charity, and they do, you know, auctions where proceeds of their stuff or people's pay. Sometimes some people have their Patreon money all goes to a charitable thing. I mean, I think that's one thing that's always surprised me about this community is that it is very charitable. It's just not always seen. It's not always in your face. Like cancer is, we just shove it down people's throats, you know?
Yeah, so in the UK, we have like the TV stations. They'll run big events yearly, like Children in Need, sports relief, comic relief. And I know a lot of people in the UK, from what my understanding is, a lot of people will get together and do things for charity around those events. Like the local towns will sell certain things that when you buy them, it donates straight to Children in Need. So like the village will do like village organisations and stuff, and they'll have a fun day or something with bunny rabbit ears or whatever the prop is that year. Usually it's a red nose.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
But that's obviously TV stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. James, we're with you. Just hang in there and reach out. Keep us posted. Anything we can do.
Yeah, we're always here for you, brother. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. I know tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow night, depending on the weather now, Professor Josh is having his charity thing that he does for his father, who, I may get this wrong, was a professor, I believe, at the college that he now works at. And it all goes to a scholarship at the school.
Nice.
So that's tomorrow night. The last time I knew, as of last time I knew, tomorrow night on Whatnot, if they have power, because that big hurricane's coming in. So
yep.
But yeah,
excellent.
So that's another one. There's so many out there. It's, but as big as YouTube is, it's hard to like know about them all or catch them all or be able to donate something to this one and this one and this one. You'd be continually donating. So.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is you can't donate to everything whether you want to or not. You know, I mean, there's no shame in not donating to a cause. If you've donated other things or you've done other things or whatever,
Exactly.
if you can't, you should, you should have priorities in life. You got to feed your family. You got to have a roof over your head. You got to have all those things.
Yes.
And so take care of those things first, and what you have left over, be charitable with. So, I don't ever expect anybody to do anything. There's a million ways to support, just being there, chatting, enjoying the live stream, Ryan modding, you guys being here. There's so many ways to contribute that have nothing to do with spending a dime. And
exactly. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just having, I think I looked one time and there was over 50 people in the chat.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Just that, knowing that many people were watching, listening, chatting it up, cutting it up, egging us on. That was great. It feels so good to look at that number and see that.
It really was. And we've met some great people through all this. I've met some people that I didn't know before through being on Adam's Live, and then also from them coming over and being on the live for F Cancer. I met some really amazing, great people. There's one group or one couple, I believe, that is getting ready to start a YouTube channel.
Yep.
That is going to be really awesome and exciting to see them get started, and they support.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's going to be It's going to be great. So, I mean, it's so fun every year. And we see people that, I mean, I hate the fact that it's been a long, long time since I've talked to Mama J. And yet she knows I love her and she was there to support the cause, I love the fact that, Big Dog Dave was there. And, I barely know Dave, and I wish that wasn't the way it was, but he was there and he was supporting. And so many people like that, Mother Earth Mafia is going to come in and do big things, and he's always been an awesome supporter of the cause. So it's just great to see so many people come in, and Christina BK Phipps is always here, and I mean I shouldn't even name names because there's so many that were here that did so many great things that I shouldn't be saying one without saying the other. But.
Yeah, it was. I was mind blown on the way home. I didn't even turn the radio on for probably half my trip, which is 2.5 hours, and just reflected and thought about it. And I was like, wow. Thank God it wasn't 175 degrees going home, but
for real. Well, and we barely missed it. I mean, although I kind of wish it was that hot when Big Easy had to get in the hot tub. So it would have been fun if it was still 105 degrees out.
Oh yeah,
it did cool off nicely for the weekend.
It did. It was beautiful weather, and last year I think it was nice and beautiful too. And even the first year, I mean, I was here, you were there, but it was still nice weather. So
first year we were down in the dungeon of a basement of the old home. We didn't know what it was doing outside.
Yeah, exactly. But so August. There's been so much going on in August. I wish Randy was here, but he is. Not with us tonight, as everyone can see. He had some stuff come up, so he's with us in thoughts for sure.
Yep.
Everyone knows, so I'm going to say it. He hit 1,000 subs, guys. That's amazing, amazing. He had some videos just freaking take off.
Yeah.
And he even branched out.
Did you also listen to that guy with music? Yeah, you were literally branching out. Did you see the song he listened to with that guy?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't get it out of my head. I've been listening to it every day for about a week.
Yeah. So when you listening to that song, does it resonate to you being in England as much as it probably does Americans here with our government the way it is?
No, but I understand the way that, I don't know, maybe I'm more culturalized now to the American side because I only really communicate. Apart from my friends down the road, I have more communications with Americans than I do British people. So I kind of got it, like the men north of Richmond. I got that was DC before Randy shared it with us in the breakdown and stuff. So it was pretty cool. But I loved seeing when Randy did that because I thought he was clickbaiting me with the title. I didn't know what the title was when I saw the thumbnail. I was like, "This isn't Funko. What the hell?" When I clicked it, I was like, Randy's putting me to shame, man.
I said the same thing. I'm like, what is this about? What has Randy been hacked? What's going on? But it was an awesome video. It really showed a different side of Randy for sure.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, I'm not a country fan. I'm not a country fan. By the end of that song, he was that kind of country fan for sure.
Right.
Which is a completely different country.
That's
it's different.
It's definitely different.
I watch people do those videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, Bravo?
Hey, Bravo.
Yeah. I thought it was fantastic just to see him do something outside of the norm. And I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I also was going to address the other elephant in the room that a lot of you might have noticed, but we're not seeing two other screens on the panel here. Below Average Gaming Dad and Editor have decided, based on some family commitments and things that they got going on, AC being in school and everything else, they have, as they told me anyway, retired from the Horseman lives. Now I'm sure they're always welcome as guests and all that stuff, and they come on, but they've got things coming up, and so they have stepped away from. So for the time being, it's going to be the four of us. Yep. And we'll just keep trying to entertain everybody the best we can.
Exactly.
So, We will miss them, but we will not stop talking to them. I talk to Danny every day. We played Fortnite today.
Nice.
So,
yeah, and if anybody has any ideas what you want us to talk about or do, let us know.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Randy, Randy hit 1,000. He's screaming up the charts, literally. Ryan, you've had some pretty good videos pop out this month. Some pretty high numbers. Unfortunately, your latest video there is
for the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reason, people are checking it out. But to be honest, I've watched quite a few of those videos as well. Yesterday and even tonight before I came on here, Bray Wyatt, memory videos, stuff like that. Just to see it,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When someone passes, we want to
the live Tell Talks on Thursday night.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it was Thursday night with Tell Talks, and I came off being live, and I checked my phone, and I think it was Anthony Blaze who let me know that it had happened, and I was in shock, and all that night then, because then I had another 2.5 hours to fill before I joined Headless to talk about Ahsoka. So I was just thinking about Bray all night. As a wrestling fan, I would have been. And then as soon as I'd done with my lives that I was supposed to be on, I just binged watched Bray Wyatt stuff. And by the end of that night, I hadn't slept. And I just thought, I need to put something out there from me on just to say, I was a Bray fan. And yeah, like you said, it's got a lot of views. And I don't like that it's got a lot of views, but it was a learning curve for me as a YouTuber who has a channel and has to understand all these things that happens when you put these kind of videos out. I realized that if you're quick on the mark and you're relevant to a certain topic that the world's talking about, then you're going to give your video every chance. But I didn't do it for that. I'd be happy if it had 10 views.
You honored his memory, though. It wasn't like you were taking advantage of a situation. You honored his memory in your video, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, the song I had playing over it, I actually have on my phone that I listen to regularly. It's in my playlist, and I added it over the screenshots of all the celebrities giving their wishes and everything. It was a nice video, but it's just immortalized in there on my channel. So
yeah, now I've seen some that went the other way. They're just capitalizing off of it. And that's all they're doing. They could care less about the person, the family, whatever. They just want the views. We know that you are completely not that person. None of us are. None of us are going to do a video like that for just the views.
Right, but it would be like if I did it. If I dropped a video, I don't know. I didn't know who he was till I looked him up and watched your video. Yeah. Like I'm not into that scene. I don't know. I don't know that crowd, so I had to look up and see who he was and what his life was and all that stuff. But if I'd have just randomly dropped a video because I scoured the celebrity news section and found out somebody died and posted a video, that's pretty crappy on my part.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that. So
that's almost as bad as chasing red and blues,
Yeah.
Just to get the story,
Correct.
Type of thing. So
yeah.
Let's see. Bravo Lima did Pokemon Go Fest Saturday, and he regrets it.
Yeah, my back, legs, and feet hurt just thinking about it. I'm sure there's a lot.
I know that when we went to that first, where's the first one? The first or the second? It was when we went to the first store Saturday before that live. No, when we were at the gas station. Get ready to go back to your place. That's what we were waiting on. Danny was catching Pokemon sitting there. That's what we were waiting on when Big Easy's like, "Are we ready to go?" Danny was catching Pokemon. So
that's funny. I didn't realize that's what he was doing, but that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch of just popping around on the screen. He was trying to get them all real quick. So.
That's too funny.
Anthony said, "I'm surprised they're still doing Pokemon Go."
Yeah. Mitchie's got all kinds of ideas for the show. I don't even know if we want to know them.
Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to let that get to the top of the screen so I didn't have to read it.
Yeah, right.
James, you are right. There was a time when our politicians supported red, white, and blue, not choose red or blue.
Yeah.
You're totally correct. Totally correct. So if you want to show off Mitchie's purchase.
There's the cotton-headed mini muggins.
He's an angry elf. Want some Christmas Guess what? I love you. I love you. I love you. Hey, have you seen these toilets? They're ginormous.
That's pretty cool, actually. She picked that up at I don't remember where, Entertain Mart or something.
Yeah.
She found it. Absolutely had to have it.
Yeah.
So Mitchie wants, Mitchie gets.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we went to 2 stores that day, Saturday. One of them was more of a card gaming store, but they had video games and pops and stuff. And it was a pretty cool store. Cool store. They had a lot of older pops, I noticed. They weren't the brand new stuff you can buy on Target shelves. So that was pretty nice.
So I took Christina there the next day, and so Sunday, and they were unpacking another collection that they had bought, and they were putting more out. And there was some really, really good, cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. So there was even more. I was just impressed to find there were con stickered pops. There was a New York Comic Con sticker. There were all kind. There were exclusive stickers I've never seen before.
Wow. Nice.
And then some. There was that Series 1 Mickey Mouse, the OG blue box.
Yeah. Mickey
Mouse. There was a Bob Barker and R.I.P. Bob Barker and Happy Gilmore 2-pack. So.
Now this is going to sound really morbid. Did you know that he got closest to $1 without going over? Sorry.
Well played.
Christy told me that one when I got home. I'm like, that's just sadistic. That's bad.
I love it.
She thought it was hilarious though. So
too much smoke from all the fires around here. That's too bad.
Oh, that stinks.
Anthony Blaze says, I remember Entertain Mart. They had one in Colorado. Yeah, so they're part of. What do we decide? The rest of it is vintage stock.
Vintage stock.
It's also AKA vintage stock.
Yeah.
And Charles wants the mystery box of books.
Yeah, I almost went back there Sunday when I left town and bought a couple. So what it was $14.99 and it was 20 paperback books in a brown paper bag. Random.
Yep.
I was like, I don't know. Do I need more books?
Yeah, so I tell you what, next time I come down to your neck of the woods, before I go, I will stop and pick a couple up, and then you can get a couple of Amazon boxes, and we'll swap.
Totally.
Love it.
Yes.
Mitchie, if I knew of a Jack in the Box Pennywise, of course I would buy it.
Pennywise Jack in the Box.
Several of you thought that? That's interesting. Man, the fires have just been awful. Bravo.
Yeah. I didn't know they were having fires up there. I know Hawaii just completely decimated. And
Mitchie's calling me.
Oh, jeez.
The details on how to buy a Pennywise Jack in the Box.
Yeah. About an hour away from us, he said. That's awesome. Or not, sorry, not awesome. That's not awesome. Jeez. But yeah, no. So what else on your channel this month, Ryan? I know you took 2 weeks off there to just kind of recenter yourself, and I see that you moved your stuff to another room, trying to get a little bit different setup and stuff going.
If I'm honest, I'm trying to look for inspiration because I genuinely don't know what to do with my channel. I'm in limbo right now. I really am. I have content that I could release, but I don't know if it's the content I want to release,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And if I've shot plenty of videos where I didn't feel right about the video, so I just don't release it. It's still there in the computer. It's still edited. It's still thumbnailed. All I got to do is post it. I probably have 20 of those, but it just didn't feel right. I might have pulled something amazing, and I might be sitting here. You may just not know it, but it just didn't feel right, like you said. And only you.
Those are things I work on.
Yeah, only you can decide what feels right. At today, what feels right today might not feel right tomorrow.
Right. I mean,
for example, I get NFT pops off Jeremy in a couple of weeks, and I'll have them in hand. And I've been working on an NFT video because I want to do something different. That's what I always try to do, something different. And all the way through watching YouTube, I've never seen anybody open a pack and then have the pop in hand in the same video, because you can't do it. You have to wait 9 months. So that's why I've waited for releasing anything. So, maybe you'll get an NFT video in the next couple of weeks, which should be something different. And I've tried to be different with it, so it doesn't copy anyone else. I've tried to be digital with it and cool with it. And I've still got stuff to record, obviously, when I open the boxes. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Were those your House of the or Game of Thrones pops?
Yeah, they brought a lot of money.
They brought good money at the auction, yeah.
Yeah, they brought good money.
We sold those after we went out there.
What's an NFT?
I do. I've got a ton of videos that are unlisted. That I just depending on the moment, they could go live at any time. I don't know, or they'll never go live. But I put them all up there, and then I just leave them unlisted. If I don't want to upload it, then I don't. If I do, But if I'm going to work on it, I'm going to at least upload it, and then I'll just decide later.
Yeah. See, mine aren't unlisted. Mine are just on a thumb drive.
Ooh, bravo! Yeah, buddy, I like that idea.
That's nice. Yes.
It's just weird, I have content that I can't be bothered editing myself, and I get bored, and then likes of people that I've helped working and I edit for, like Charles has reached out and said, Milky, can you edit a video? And I get all excited because it's not my content, it's somebody else's that I can have a look at, and I have more fun with that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if anyone else ever has that as a YouTuber. I'd be interested to talk with people about it, because I am struggling with how to balance,
I think that's true in just about anything. I mean, like if Charles said, "Hey, could you clean out my car?" I'd enjoy cleaning his car out way more than I would mine. Or if I had to mow somebody's grass, I'd enjoy doing that somebody else's more than just because it helps them out and it brings a smile to their face. So I think that's pretty typical. I mean, I'm stuck on that other channel right now, like between F Cancer and all that. I just can't. I haven't been able to get myself to create more content, and I'm going to put a ton of stuff out there, but just these last couple of days, it's like I've hit a wall, and I've got to regroup, settle down, get back into the grind.
Yeah.
So
and sometimes that's good, because it's like a re-emerging channel. It's a channel that's been there, but once you start putting that content back out there, people start finding it and telling their friends, and it takes off again.
Yeah.
Kind of like Beanie Babies. They had 2 or 3 rounds, they died down, they picked back up, they died down.
Just
Anthony.
Just a self shout out, 118 subscribers from 1,000. Please feel free to go over to JM Paranormal.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about your other channel there.
I got choked up about it. 118. Feel free, if anybody likes that kind of haunted history or scary stories told in the rain kind of thing, then that's the channel, JM Paranormal.
Have you for that channel, have you thought about doing any just like a short live from a haunted area? Well, I mean, not even something where you have to go pay to be there all night long.
Just like a cemetery.
Yeah, just a cemetery. Just go sit in the cemetery and see what happens. You can talk to people on the live and see what happens.
We are definitely going to do a live. I think we are going to can the podcast, or we'll do the live and then load it as a podcast. But I think that's going to be the shift from there moving forward. I really, really want to do a live. So I think we'd have fun with it. Thanks, Mitchie.
Thank you, Mitchie.
Putting the link in there. But it'd be great to do a live. Absolutely.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to do all the spirit box stuff and the ghost hunting stuff and all that. We can just go sit somewhere creepy and enjoy conversing with the chat, and then get to know them a little bit better so that we can build that community. So
Yeah, exactly. And
Thank you, Mitchie.
kind of like let me meet you as you can meet me.
Schaefer.
I bet, Mark, you were there all freaking day.
I can't even believe that.
That's crazy.
I don't know I never heard what the issue was, but Kansas City rarely has delays.
I was wondering if it was weather or just no pilots or what. Yeah, I forgot to ask him in the chat. So
it's wild.
That's crazy. Yeah, it should have been like maybe a 2-hour flight, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think he had a layover someplace, maybe Atlanta or something.
There are the Denver airport and the Honolulu airport are both supposedly haunted.
Yeah. Yeah, the Denver airport has tunnels or something under it that are haunted, supposedly.
It's actually a pretty good story. I'll be doing something on it soon. Nobody really said that sucks even worse. You're just sitting there not knowing why you're delayed.
Yeah, that's even worse. My luck, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go walk around, and then my flight would take off.
Right.
I'd sneak into a lounge. I'd just walk into a 5-star lounge and get free food and free drink. I've seen loads of YouTubers do it. You just walk in.
What up, Ned?
Hey, Ned. What is this?
I'm going to hide from this Ahsoka word. Yeah, I have Horseman commitments, and Disney decided to put Ahsoka on at the same time as the bloody Horseman on Tuesday night.
My God.
I know. Don't they understand?
No,
we're going to have to get a hold of Michael Eisner and make this right. He's not in charge of Disney anymore, I'm sure.
Makes me all warm and fuzzy in my tum-tum when I see Headless say that Ahsoka is good, because I know he's a big Star Wars nerd, so if he liked it, I'm probably going to enjoy it too.
Yeah, if you ever make it down this way, there's a cemetery I need to take you to. It's in a small town, and the story is you go. It's like straight up this hill, and it's cobblestone or rock steps, and you count the steps as you go up. Now you look around, and you read. All the headstones have names on them. It's a cemetery. You count the stairs going down. You'll come up with a different number every time.
That's crazy.
Now, if you go back up after a couple minutes, you will swear, and I hand on 28,000 Bibles, the names changed on those headstones. They switched. Like, this is over here now, and it's all the same names, but they're just moved.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
That's mad to hear people say stuff like that.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, whatever. The stairs thing, I'm like, oh, you skipped one going up, you skipped one going down because you're scared, so you're hurrying up.
Yeah.
No, you don't come off by like 1. You're off by like 5 or 6.
That's crazy.
It's a big number.
Yeah, so, I've heard about stories like that before. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What? At what place? I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Carnation Cemetery. I love cemeteries. The funny thing is the more of these stories that I do, and now I've covered probably 150 locations, there's like 80% of them have a woman in white, or a woman in green or a woman in red or whatever. But I mean, I get it. It's if it's a apparition, it's probably looking like a woman in white, but it is literally the same story for, place after place after place. It's always the woman in white.
Now, you did one in Illinois just a couple days ago. Can't think. Bachelor Cemetery. Yes. I have been there.
Have you?
That is a weird freaking place.
Oh, I need to be there. I need to see that.
Oh, that's kind of like you said, you walk in front of the Sally house and you can feel it.
Yeah.
That's this. You walk and you're close and you can feel it. The hair stand up and.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Oh, Mitchie, Mark saw the back of his shirt when he got home. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he said thank you.
We were wondering.
Jeremy, are you aware of Oh My Gosh TV?
I don't think so.
Okay, they have 4.35 million subscribers. They're huge.
Sounds like they've done well.
Oh My Gosh TV goes on scary travel adventures to some of the scariest places with haunted history. Even though it isn't really paranormal investigating, he's still in haunted ghosts at haunted asylums and stuff like that. But why I bring him up right now is because he's currently doing a series with 16 other YouTubers that are in the paranormal world. And there's episodes, and they're all together going to these things. So it might be something for you to look into, and having that channel, it could be something pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
Way cool. Way cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Oh Gosh TV.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll check that out. I love that stuff. And that's the thing. Like, I know there's a guy that I watch, he and his girlfriend go around and do, they do the same thing without having to pay all the, I mean, they still have expensive travel, right? Mm-hmm. But instead of doing, instead of like booking the Sally House overnight for $500, they just go and stand in front of the Sally House and they tell the story, and they walk around and they show the history and they talk about this and that. Or they went to the Exorcist house in St. Louis and went to the different locations associated with that. And that I could see doing. I mean, there's plenty of places close that we could do that kind of content. Mm-hmm. It's just, it gets so expensive when you try to book a place overnight.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now, when you get your first million subs, you can do that. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we will travel the world and go see. It's funny because I just can't do international places yet because I cannot freaking pronounce any of them. There's so many international locations I want to do, and I just can't because I can't pronounce them.
Yeah. What have you seen, like, just in the States, have you seen like a majority are in this area or this area, or are they centralized, or are they just kind of everywhere?
They're literally everywhere. They're just everywhere. I mean, you know, you've got different regions of hotspots. Like you have, you know, the Northeast tends to be colonial period stuff. Then you get into some of the Midwest, and it's more like dark and just, you know, evil stuff. And you get out to the West Coast, it's more, I don't know, it just seems like it's regional as to what it relates to. And, you know, Central is a lot of Wild West stuff as well. Yeah. You get into Colorado and Nevada and that kind of stuff too. You're talking about Tombstone and places like that. It's a lot of Wild West stuff.
Yeah. So,
and then there's these places that are like, and that's the weirdest thing for me is I'll be like, this hotel was built in 1802, and then you pull up a picture and you're like, holy crap, it's gorgeous. Mm-hmm. It's been around since 1802, and it's absolutely stunning on the hillside of a mountain, massive, beautiful, and you're just like, wow, that's been well kept.
Yeah. There's a lot like that.
Yeah. And then the castles, I love the castles, man. I would love to get over and see some of the castles in you know, Europe and Scotland and Ireland and everywhere else.
Yeah.
I've probably been to around 40 castles in my lifetime.
Probably. I imagine they're just castles, right? Like you've seen one, you've seen a lot of them, or is it?
No, they're all very different. They're all in very different areas and very different. They have very different. Some are from like very early on with hardly any defenses that you can see, but then you can see as history went on that there was ones with like huge moats around them, so you couldn't even get to it because there was water around them. There was ones that were on top of mountains, and it was it's pretty crazy. One of my favorite stories is where I grew up in a small town in North Wales called Abergele, and it had a castle. And it was probably the love of my mountain bikes, because I used to always get my mountain bike in the summer. And all of us as a group, we would go up to the castle. And if we went just a bit further up the beaten path, we would come to these man-made bicycle jumps in the woods. And it was all on like a real cool path and stuff, and you could get the speed. And the castle was always just in the background. Well, fast forward 20 years, and a really cool TV show that we have in the UK called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It's usually filmed in Australia, and they make the celebrities eat the bugs and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we had COVID. So instead of them going to Australia, what they bloody did was they renovated the castle that I grew up at. But I didn't live there anymore. I obviously lived in Scotland. But they'd renovated the castle, and now it's a massive working castle again, and it's studios, and it's pretty crazy to see. You know, when I was a kid, it was beaten down, and I think it was sold for £1, like $1. It was sold for $1, and then the TV company did it all up, and it's pretty crazy.
Wow,
yeah, it's in Abergele. I think I might have showed that castle on the Horseman before in the past.
Yeah,
super cool.
Bravo said Red Rose Mansion in Washington is by him. So I don't. Other than the cemetery and the stairs, I don't. Well, we have another one here, right here in St. James. Actually, they call it Wolfman's Grave, and so I don't know. Supposedly it's half man, half wolf. I don't know. So, that and we got Crybaby Hollow, so which is a little creepy.
There's so many of those too. Like, I mean, whether you're talking about like true urban legend, you know, Jersey Devil and things like that, Mothman, all those, but also it's like La Llorona, and then there's always, I think there was an Emily's Bridge, and then there was another one that was somebody road. It was a road that if you drive down on, then you see spirits and whatever. And there's a lot of those too, and you see different whatever. And it's hard to get backstories on some of it because you're like, not to mention if you look up like the La Llorona Bridge, there's 100 of them, and the story pertains to all of them. It's like there's one in Mexico where I think it started.
I would say so.
They're in damn near every state, and so you don't know what, you know, it's kind of a mess. But
see, because when you said La Llorona, that immediately on that video, I was like, that's what the pop is. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
I had no clue what that pop was about, to be totally honest with you. I was like, what is this thing?
It's a great movie. There's a good movie.
With that story, I was like, okay, I can see it now. So
it's a disturbing story, but they made a really solid movie out of it. I don't know if it's really solid, but it's a decent movie.
Most of the stories are quite disturbing, you know.
Yeah,
like, there's none of them with a good outcome, you know.
Right. I don't like the stories when kids are involved, to be honest with you.
No.
There's just something. I did a true crime. I did a 1 hour of true crime. I think it was 1 hour, a little over. And it was just case after case after case of really disturbing, dark serial killer stuff. And I don't get me wrong, I love reading that stuff. I love researching that stuff. I love, I watch a ton of shows about that kind of stuff. But man, digging deep like that and doing an hour-long video over the course of a couple of days, it took a toll. Like I had to take a couple of days away from the computer. I was like, I don't want to see any more of that.
Yeah.
It's just dark and ugly.
Yeah. And Mitchie with the bad news.
Really?
2024. That's all.
Oh yeah, that was. I think that was always the plan, summer for 2024.
Yeah, I think so.
As far as I'm aware, I haven't been on the internet today though. As far as I was aware, House of the Dragon was unaffected by the strikes because it was already filmed and stuff like that. So
yeah, they're
hopefully
working
we get
on
it
CGI
summer 2024.
Yeah, CGI. What are you talking about? Those are real.
But
dragons.
it's only going to be 6 episodes, I believe. It's 6 or 7 episodes. It's not 8.
Whoa.
Yeah, really, they've held back, but there's reasons for it. I think we should get 4 seasons, and it should be fun.
Yeah, that was my next question. How many seasons do you see in total? If they break them up into 6 or 7, that 6 or 7 this year, 6 or 7 next year, 6 or 7 next year, that gets them one more. That gets them one more season.
Yeah.
I mean that 6 episodes is fairly common for like BBC shows, series. I mean, like Luther was 6, I think. One season was 4 episodes. But this being HBO, right? HBO.
Yeah.
I believe so. Like Game of Thrones has always been 10, though. You know, it was
Yeah.
10 every season until the end, and then it dropped off.
Yeah, it seems surprising. I did read something about Rhaenyra not wanting to come back and reprise the role. Are they changing that?
They can just recast her. They can recast her. It doesn't make a difference.
Well,
They did it how many times?
Oh, I know. Especially her character, but I was just a little disappointed. I don't know if what I read was true or not. But
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Speaking
I'm just
of that,
hyped for it. Can't wait.
have you heard anything about the Jon Snow show? When that's coming out, or has that been tabled?
No. I have no idea, but as far as I was aware, it was going to be New Year from the posters and all that kind of stuff. So no news is good news in my eyes in that show. I just hope we just get it one day. I'll be happy with it one day. I don't mind if they take 10 more years, as long as I get. Same with George's book. You know, as long as he's still writing something each week, I'm happy to get it when I'm 60.
Yeah. Do you think he'll ever finish it, honestly?
Hopefully, yes. Honestly, doubtful.
I mean, if let's say 10 years from now he did, right? And you've waited all this time, is it even possible to live up to your expectations?
Yeah, because it would be the true story of how it should have been and not what we got. You know, the first 4, arguably 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, the show, with George R.R. Martin to a T. And then David and Dan ran out of context and ran out of stuff to take from the books, and they took it their own way. What we get from George R.R. Martin is going to be the true story. And I think it'll be that good that maybe, hopefully, touch wood, somebody says, hey, let's make the final Game of Thrones show again, you know?
Yeah. I just wonder, I know that, like, you know, people waited years and years and years for, like, the Dark Tower series from Stephen King to come out. And then when it finally, the last books finally did come out, that people were just pissed. They were awful. And they did not, they did a disservice to the entire storyline. So I don't know, you know, you just anticipate and then you build it up in your mind, and all of a sudden you get the real thing, and it's like, oh, I thought it was going to go here and it went here, you know. So I'm just curious, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, it's going to be very good content creations, you know, topic discussions, because Dan and David did this way and George did it this way, and how do the stories differ from creator to writer and stuff like that. It's good conversations, at least.
Now,
I don't see how he can make it any worse than what we already got for the final season. So,
where will his book pick up? The final season, or the beginning of the story?
No, season 6, Game of Thrones, pretty much just after Jon gets stabbed at the wall.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Sorry, spoilers.
Okay.
Well,
it'd be fantastic to see a redo of the season 6 through the end, you know, under his actual direction, what storyline.
Daenerys, the Night King, the White Walkers, everything.
Okay.
Yep.
As you know, I haven't watched that much of Game of Thrones. That's why I'm asking. I didn't know. So, but maybe one day.
We'll get you there one day, Charles.
It's a time commitment, but it's worth every minute. Well, it's worth almost every minute up until like the last hour, and then you can just skip it. No, I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of it. Thought it was fantastic.
So, I know, Ryan, you've read the books and you know so much about the House of the Dragon. It's kind of like what Headless did with Ahsoka. What do you need to see this season, this next year in House of the Dragons? What do you need to see?
Trying to remain spoiler free.
That's hard, I know, because you, like I said, you know so much about the books and stuff.
I have to see more dragons on screen.
Okay.
I have to. because we haven't seen that many in the first season. You know, they've been hinted at and spoke about, but we really haven't seen that many. And I'm going to put it out there, a main character death. It's Game of Thrones, so that isn't a spoiler. It's a Game of Thrones world, and that's what happens in this world. But I'm just going to say a main character. And I'm not going to say anymore. Just main character.
Okay. That's something I've been thinking about, you know, just wanting to know what you need to see out of it. So,
yeah, I mean, they left it in a spot.
Yeah.
That it's about to get crazy. So,
yeah.
In the books, they left it in a spot of a mid part of a sentence. They stopped it at mid part sentence.
Oh, I love
it continues immediately after what you see at the very final show.
I freaking love
that. Nice. They didn't even finish the sentence. Nice.
They shot it kind of differently as well. They left some things out. Like we if people haven't seen it, then I apologize. But like at the end, the message is delivered to Rhaenyra from Daemon, her lover, and in the book, the message isn't delivered in the same way as it is in the show. In the show, it's delivered as a note that she reads out and turns around and she's upset. In the book, it's her son's head.
Oh,
that is, it's parts of the dragon, parts of the sun, and all that stuff gets found on the shore. Daemon finds it, and then Daemon goes and shows Rhaenyra. So there's a big difference there, and I wish that they hadn't have done that. But yeah, it leaves at a very pivotal point.
That would have been quite the ending, exactly. You know, doing quite the ending for sure. So, before the next season starts, will you rewatch the original series? Because I know I will. Or season.
I've already rewatched it. I watched it when I was off for 2 weeks. I watched the whole thing in 2 days, and now I'm on season 3 of Game of Thrones again.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll definitely rewatch House of Dragon.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel when I watch something a second or third time, I get more out of it because I kind of know what's going to happen. So I'm looking deeper. I'm looking behind this character. What's going on back there at that table? You know, stuff like that. Yep. So when a lot of guys like you and Headless watch these videos and you're like, oh, did you see that or that? I'm like, no, I was watching the gesture in the corner dance.
Right.
Sorry, you know.
Right.
Stuff like that. And so I have to go back and watch the episode. And I'm like, okay, I got what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. You know, stuff like that.
There's a great YouTube video out there somewhere where they give you a challenge, and it's these 2 or 3 teams of dancers, and you're supposed to count the number of times they go into the circle and out of the circle and whatever. And you watch the whole thing, and then you know your answer. And they're like, okay, maybe you got the right answer or not, but did you notice the big penguin walk across the back of the stage? Yeah. And you're like, what are you talking about? And it clearly just this giant penguin walking backstage.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You're right. You get so sucked into like focusing on those details that you don't go back and see the little things happening behind the scenes.
I'm focusing on what's being said or done, and I miss what's in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which could be something very pivotal to the whole story.
Which is why Mitchie is so much better at watching that stuff than I am, because she takes it all in, you know, at the same time. And I have to rewatch it just to remember names. Like, you know, I'm so bad about names.
Yeah.
I have to go back and remember who's who. So.
Exactly. Headless, I am the same way. I don't watch any spoiler videos for the season 2. Kind of like with Ahsoka. At the end of when the show's over, I'm done. I'm not going to watch, hey, this is what's coming up next week. Nope, ain't going to do it. Last of Us, I did the same thing. House of the Dragon, same thing. I did not watch. After the credits started rolling, I'm done. I'm turning it off till next week. So,
yeah, I'm the same. I know what happens in House of the Dragon season 2, bar what they do in the book. I can kind of gather what they're going to do. But I still don't watch spoiler videos. I actually unsubscribed to one of my favorite Game of Thrones channels because he was giving off this desperate stench from every video he was doing. And I was just like, you know, I don't even watch him anymore. So I just unsubscribed because I'm like, yeah, I can't deal with your constant clickbait of spoilers for season 2. You know?
Yep.
Exactly.
It depends. I mean, sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. I don't have I don't know. Occasionally I do, sometimes I don't. But like if I'm watching a movie trailer trying to decide if I want to watch that movie, the moment I know in my head that I want to watch that movie, I shut the trailer off.
Yeah.
And then I just go watch the movie because we've all seen so many movies that have been spoiled by the trailers.
Oh yeah. A 3-minute trailer, you're watching the whole video basically.
Yeah.
Because they're going to show you a little bit in the beginning, the middle, and then how it ends. It's like, really?
Now we did that the other day and watched, and it looked absolutely phenomenal. And I watched 30 seconds of the trailer, and it turned out to be one of the worst things we've ever wasted our time on. So it goes both ways, but I mean, I'd rather do it that way than get spoiled on all the jump scares and all the, whatever.
So you watched Super Mario Brothers 2, right?
No, I have not.
I watched it. I didn't like it.
Mm-mm.
I didn't like it.
It's very fast. They get in, they get out, it's done.
Yeah. Choose the right tube. Let's go. Let's get this done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So mad.
Oh, Headless just dropped the unboxing
Nice,
of his new
Headless just
Fun
dropped a new
Days
video.
box.
Nice.
He was one of the ones that got the ones. If you send these back, we'll give you these over here.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those, and it's like, oh.
Turns out that was a bad idea.
I think was it Sunday night? I want this stuff was with the luau, and Ryan said it right, or not Ryan. Brian said it right. If I'm gonna go give you this Grail, I'm gonna hand it to you, and you're gonna give me a Grail back. I'm not gonna send you my Grail, and then you send me a box of Q-tips,
Right.
And that's basically, unfortunately, what I've seen them. They're nothing like what people sent back. And the question is, what happens to the one that are being sent back?
Yeah.
They're not destroying them. We all know
No,
that.
they'll be in the Arizona garage sale next year.
Yeah. Headless sent in the 500-piece Megatron, the 250-piece Hopper, and the 250 Space Cooper.
Oh,
Personally, I just would have kept all three.
Remember.
what are you doing?
Yeah, I just would have kept all three.
And now, and then is that the video that you just did, the box of you getting them back, Headless?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. I'll have to watch that when we get done here.
Okay.
For sure. So, yeah, I've seen a couple of people open them up, and they're just like, oh, I should never have sent those back. One guy was like all excited because what he got. Because it was something more along the lines of what he collects. Okay, cool.
My heart hurts. I bet it does.
Yeah. Especially because Megatron, he's a Transformers collector,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. I don't know. It all seems like a setup from the get-go on Funko's part,
Well, what did I read today? I read on somebody's gosh, who was it? An interview of a former employee who said, "Is that applesauce?"
Yeah, it was applesauce.
So it was the interview of the former employee that just said work conditions were horrible and they're rushing things that they're not ready for just because they're not trying to appease the buyers and the collectors. They're trying to appease the shareholders. And so they don't have the ability to wait until it's right. They just have to do something now.
They just have to get it out the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I get that, but
yeah.
Should have titled it, I Did It So You Don't Have to. Facts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like I said, it'd be interesting to see what happens to all the ones that have been sent back. And the people who didn't send them back, what are they worth today, I wonder?
Yeah.
Are they worth even more now at 250 because 200 people sent them back? Now there's only 50, right?
I mean, the real question is what you asked. What are they going to do with them now? I mean,
exactly.
They're just going to resell them.
Exactly. We all know that.
They're not going to destroy them.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they going to do with them? So
they've got somebody in the back room right now peeling that sticker off there.
Yeah.
And they'll be sold.
I don't understand
why they mystery box at some point in time.
I don't understand why they didn't just say, you know what, we screwed up, move on.
Merry Christmas. Here you go.
Yeah, congratulations. Move on. What's up, Quick Draw? Man, I'm still eating these cookies. They are solid.
Delicious, delicious. What was that, Ryan? Go ahead.
I was just say that Funko do that, and then they're just in more bad press in 6 months' time when someone finds them in a store somewhere for sale at reduced price. And it's Funko's MO, isn't it? It's let's make a doo-doo and then like live off the mess that we made 6 months ago down the line. I don't know. If I was them, or if I was Brian, I would just take all of them, put them all in a bag, and then hand them to every employee at the Christmas party and hand them out that way. You know?
And this is just like you said, it is exactly that. It is compounded on top of compounded on top of compound. So they did it, took the heat for it. Then they said, send us this back and we're going to send you something special.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They sent some other stuff.
Yeah.
And that compounded it. And now, even later, you're going to find them in a store somewhere.
Yeah.
Or you're going to find them as a drop online, or you're going to find them at the warehouse sale.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep pissing people off.
Yeah, they're not going to destroy, 2,000 pops they get back. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, no.
They're not stupid. That's money. That's money sitting there. They're not going to destroy them.
Nope.
Shareholders just got a 250-piece Megatron.
Right. Right. Yeah. So
I don't even know if those hit the Hobby DB or not. I never even looked.
Oh yeah, I don't either. So big announcement today that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
Steven Universe.
Steven who?
Yeah. I'm sorry, what?
Yay.
Woohoo.
I know one person.
That's got me right back into NFTs.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
I
rushing.
know one person that's probably jazzed about it because they love Steven Universe, the cartoon. But I don't even know if they're in NFTs, to be honest with you. It's another YouTuber.
Yeah,
He's probably jazzed to hear it because he loves the show, but
I feel like Nick and I Want This Stuff is going to be excited.
yeah,
I don't know why, but that just seems like his up his alley kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The weird thing to me is I've never heard of any of them. And Steven is not even one of the redeemables. Like I would have thought he would have been the Grail, but
Really?
It's Freddy as Steven as the royalty, and it doesn't look like Freddy. It looks like Steven. It's very weird. It's very weird.
I just Googled what is Steven thingy, and it says Steven, a young boy, inherits a magical gemstone from his mother. He tries to figure out the secrets and spends his days in Beach City with the other crystal gems.
See, and Bravo says, I love Steven Universe.
Yeah, I love it,
I
yeah.
just don't, I've never, I mean, I hadn't heard of it until recently, and I don't know anything about it.
No. Yeah. Does it say how many packs are being dropped for it?
Oh, I'm sure it does. Yeah. It's a good call. Good question.
I'm going there right now.
Me too.
It's funny you say that Nick would like it because it does kind of look like him.
36,000 total, 18 and 18.
So 18.
Yeah.
There's the
And
picture of
if you-
Steven Universe. Kind of does look like Nick.
Yeah. So tell me that
Kind of does, yeah.
tell me that Freddy looks like a Freddy and not just Steven Universe.
That's crazy. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, that's
So it's crazy that we can get Adventure Time and Steven Universe, but we don't get like Rick and Morty and The Simpsons. For me, they're bigger animated lines than those kind of things.
Yeah, I shared the screen. If you
Oh,
want.
sorry. Okay.
No,
I was
you're good.
over on drop playing. Yeah, I was looking. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So tell me that doesn't look like Steven. That doesn't look like a Freddy to me.
No.
Because it's got a mouth.
I mean, I
It
can
does not look like a Freddy.
Oops.
No.
I can make it a little bigger there if that helps.
No.
But yeah, it doesn't look like a Freddy to me. And then I don't know who these other characters are.
Yeah.
It's a Cartoon Network thing. I don't know Garnet. I don't know Ruby.
So those are the stones.
Yeah, Sapphire, Blue Diamond, and then Steven. Or-
Does Steven have a pet lion with him?
No,
No.
but he has a shield. but no pet
Mark
lion.
Schaefer, I still want it.
Mark says, I still want it.
Of course, Mark still wants it.
Looks like
Looks like somebody's ready
redheaded
to stepchild.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It almost looks like, what was the guy off of Mad Cartoons?
Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah, it looks like him. With the freckles and the smile and just the face the way it is. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, dude, what?
Right.
What? They're keeping, I don't know, what was it, 4 or 5 months ago, that list dropped.
Yeah, I was about to say we didn't get Powerpuff
These are
Girls.
the next ones. And they're staying true to it. I mean, they're jumping around that list, but they're staying pretty true to it.
I mean, I absolutely, under no circumstances, was going to buy Power Rangers 2. And I have 2 Grails and 8 Legendaries.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know a damn thing about Power Rangers.
No, I don't either.
Not a thing. But I opened like 4 packs and pulled 2 Grails and 4 Legendaries out of some ridiculously low pack count. And then I just sold off a bunch of stuff and rolled and just it just was never ending. I ended up with 3 Grails. I sold one to finish the royalty, which, by the way, Mark Schaefer, I've got the royalty if you need it.
Yeah. Nice. Well, there's a Freddy, so he'll take it.
It is a Freddy.
Yeah. Bravo said he does not have any NFTs. Mark said pull some epics.
Bravo, it's smart. Don't I mean, if there's a line that you like and you want, then, if you need help getting into it, let me know. Reach out. I'd be happy to help you. But ultimately, stay stay away.
Stay away. Live vicariously through your friends on YouTube that open packs.
They're kind of like crack. Yeah.
They'll be expensive, but buy them when they get here in physical form.
Because have any of them really held their value? Honestly,
I would say Freddy Captain Cutler, maybe.
I mean, a couple from here or there have. But.
Yeah, I think like the Optimus Prime Grail.
It's very rare, though, right? Anything pre-redemption holds any value in hand.
Yeah, 400 for Optimus, and then Freddy Cutler was the one that I expected to be the highest of all, and it's only 190. So that's pretty well. Scooby-Doo Grail stayed high.
Yeah.
I think it's
What's Daenerys Grail at?
It is. Oh, I'm gonna have to spell that. Actually, I'm not. Game of Thrones. So, oh no, it's not Game of Thrones. It's House of the Dragon. What am I doing?
No, it is Game of Thrones. Daenerys is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 410.
Wow.
Yeah, I was thinking Jon Snow because Jon was the royalty.
That one's kept its value.
Good.
Yeah, Danny's kept her value for sure.
Nice.
Well, they're mostly the Grails.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Bravo, you said you don't have any NFTs. What line would have to drop for you to say, Jeremy, help me get a wallet, teach me NFTs, let's do this?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess he says Pokemon.
Oh, I guarantee it, yeah.
Oh,
I don't think they'll ever do Pokemon, to be honest. They'd break the internet.
I don't think they could. I don't think they can, but man, that would be freaking fire.
That would be amazing.
First set
They'd
would
have to make
150.
400,000 packs.
Mitchie's gonna kill me, but I so badly want to go back to that shop and buy that autographed Squirtle.
I saw that
can't,
thing.
I can't get it out of my brain. I can't.
What was the price on that?
He said they were asking $250, but had been there for a long time, so he'd take $175.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, okay, well, how about $125? Let's talk.
Don't worry about it, Bravo. Life happens, buddy.
Yeah.
No problem, Bravo. Life comes first, brother. Life comes first.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
It's just she must be delayed.
She must be a little delayed. She got it now.
Oh, autograph something and tell you whoever it is.
Yeah, by the way, Squirtle doesn't talk, so I don't know whose autograph it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it is JSA certified, so
So who wants to bet after the Steven Universe NFTs are sold, they announce a common set?
I wouldn't take that bet because they will. They absolutely will. Just like they have all the rest of them.
Yeah. It's always a big hitter and then something.
Yeah. If we're not seeing them on people's shelves months before they hit the market or before they get shipped to everybody, then they're literally dropping an exact line or near duplicate line right before the physicals come.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
I was all excited to get my Game of Thrones, and they're still sitting in the boxes.
My Hero Macadamia Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Hero Macadamia. I could see that one.
I could too.
I could see that one.
I could too. Shout out to Mike, My Hero Macadamia.
So, if they ever, what line brings them back to bringing a soda back? You think?
I don't know, because that's disappointing to me that we haven't had more sodas in sets. I would love to see some soda sets or some
MLP soda line.
That would be cool.
They could have an entire soda line. Absolutely.
They could.
The girls instead of the horses. So instead of before they change into the ponies, have them as the main characters as sodas, and then the pops behind them as the ponies.
Yeah. See, I mean, I think it'd be great. I don't know if they would do a whole line, but definitely do another line or two of sodas. You know.
Yeah. I think it'd be great. And then, I think they're missing the boat by not having something flocked or glow in the dark. Just little things that they do every day to something that makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're dropping an NFT line that people are paying $500 and $600 for some of these things.
Yep.
Flock the sun gun,
Flock it, diamond it.
Yeah.
Glow it, something. I mean, they did blacklight, but outside of that, it was just the TMNT 1 pop and then the Star Trek.
Trek, yeah.
But outside of that, you're right. They haven't done any flocked. I also wouldn't have a problem if they said 999 grails with a 1 in 6 chance of pulling a chase.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you get the grail regardless, but you might also get a chase variant.
But you might also get a chase.
And then it'd be even more. I mean, it'd be crazy rare, and that would spike prices.
Oh my god! An unopened can with a chance at a chase of a 999 already.
Yeah,
that thing would be $1,000. No matter what the character was.
65.5 chases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've made the chase 170 limited piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, I would love to see it, whether it's a pop or a soda. I don't care.
That would be awesome.
It could even just be a pop.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, people that didn't get chases would be pissed.
Oh my god! All the big YouTubers, all the ones that get the
I know, right? Only the YouTubers get it. No, I just didn't post my video because I didn't get a chase.
Exactly.
But, X-Men or Star Wars, I might buy a few packs. Other than that, I really don't care about NFTs.
X-Men would be cool.
Okay. Yeah. We really haven't had. We haven't had a Marvel
digital
one
art.
yet.
The digital art on the X-Men could be pretty cool.
Yeah. I think I'll utilize all the stuff that I have from Power Rangers to either roll into future sets that interest me, or if the time comes up to redeem them, I'll redeem them, and it'll just become more fodder for either sales or next year's event. It's just like I don't want to spend all year buying stuff, Funko stuff specifically for this event next year, but the NFT things are, they're worth the investment if you can get them for the right price.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone that we sold went for good money, went for a good price. Considering what their value is, and went to great homes. So.
But I can tell you too that I don't care what the set has been. All of those that you could buy for $24, $25, $30 or less have all sold for $50 or more in physical form.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you get in a situation where they're $25 legendaries. Theoretically, you should buy as many as you can, but then you have to wait for them to get there, and your money's tied up in that forever. For how long?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do I need to mute the mic, or are you going to ask me a question on camera?
I guess I could just ask it. It don't really matter. But like, what point? Why would that make any sense to buy a whole bunch more Funko before the next cancer event? And why wouldn't you just take that money you would buy just on Funko Pops and put that back and use it towards the donation?
I could just not have the event and donate the whole amount of money. But
I meant like, why buy more product?
Well, if we're going to get rid of this collection, then we wouldn't have to.
I gotta get one of them out then.
See, but then she needs to pull some because.
No, wait. Hey, listen. I have to keep the Dumbo because Nick sold it to you for $40, and despite Nick,
you got to keep the Dumbo, and oh my gosh, I got to keep Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, and oh my gosh, I got to keep Carl and Ellie, and oh my gosh.
Listen, no, but seriously, I get it, but you're buying product.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you just start asking for donations 6 months in advance?
Well,
because I feel like that's silly to buy product to sell.
Everybody has to buy the product to have it to donate.
You could buy somebody's collection. That would make sense.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. We're a year away.
Sorry.
It's a great question, but it's too early. It is. I mean, in the years past, we've bought all year long, and then at the end of that year, we've sold off the collection or big chunk of the collection for the cause. That's what we've done every year so far.
Yeah, because you bought.
But we don't buy mystery boxes anymore. We don't buy. We're getting down to less and less of the like. I don't want this pop, and it's more like, do I really want to get rid of this one? That's where we're at. Ooh, Mitchie wants to buy my collection. Sounds like it. How much money you got?
I see where she's coming from, though.
I do too.
Same.
Yeah, I completely do.
I feel like that's really silly and poor. I feel like that's just more of like to get in the box.
It's 100% an accurate statement, and that's not really what I mean by the point. But
I'm sorry, Jeremy said it's too early, which means he doesn't want to have this conversation at this time.
But the idea is,
I'm about to have to go stay with Christy next year.
But the idea is that occasionally I see something that I like and I buy it, and then after time I have it, and then I'm okay with getting rid of it. I have searched for 3 years to get Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy. I got Fruit Brute. I put it in the mystery box run. It's like it's like you want it and you want it, and you want it, and then when you get it, you're like, okay, I have it. It's beautiful. I love it. Now let's pass it on to somebody else who will appreciate it.
Yeah. By the way, good luck to whoever pulls Fruit Brute. I think it's in my box.
Could be.
I think I got it. It's in my box.
Could be.
Get a pretty light
send
one.
me that golden ticket. Let me know.
I'm not going to send it to you. I'm going to drive it to you.
Oh, don't forget the planner and all your
Love
books.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, planter for books? No, I'm books for Amazon boxes. I'll pay you for the planter.
Oh man! All right, so we got 20 minutes left. We've talked NFTs. We've talked F Cancer, which was such an amazing event. We chatted about all our channels, what has happened this month, even Randy's channel as well. He's not here with us, but it's been an amazing month for sure. For all of us, for the community in general. Just it's been a good month. I really hate to see it end because hopefully September, we roll into September and continue on. I know I have something big coming this Friday. I hope everyone else thinks it's big too, but we're gonna try something at least once a month, and it's probably gonna be whatever the first day of the month is, no matter what. I don't care if it's a Sunday or a Tuesday. It's gonna be the first of the month. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully, this one allows me to do the second one, and so on and so forth. So, but like I said, we got 20 minutes. Ryan, what do you got coming up?
I don't know. Anything. Something will drop on the channel at some point. I'll be with Tell Talks on Thursday at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. UK time. So that's like 3 or 4 Central America. And then I'll be joining Headless again later on that evening to talk more Ahsoka, which I'll be going and watching after the Horseman.
Yes.
Yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just come up with something. I know I'm going to do something. I need to find some inspiration from somewhere. So stay tuned, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. You know, you just said we had a real great month. We did. I'd feel sad if I didn't mention that AEW had such a fantastic event in the UK. We had the biggest wrestling event in history in the UK. That makes me so proud as somebody from the UK to be able to say that. I didn't get to go, unfortunately, but that's fine. But they're coming back again next year, which is crazy because Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, has done a pay-per-view on a UK bank holiday weekend in August. And then he's decided he's not going to let go of the other pay-per-view that he already holds in America, in Chicago, for Labor Day weekend. So he's going to make it a tradition to have back-to-back pay-per-views every year. And it sounds like he wants Wembley Stadium every single year, so which is amazing for us UK fans who love the wrestling, because 81,000 and I think it was 65 paid tickets were sold for the event. It's the highest attended paid wrestling event in history. Milky, do a Funko Pop tour of your collection video. That's a good idea, Mitchie. I hate a lot of stuff now, so
she's back in the background screaming. That's what she said, but like it was something that you said 10 minutes ago. She's just behind on the video, so it's a mess.
Nice.
He said it was just so easy, or it was just so soft and easy.
Okay, go. We're Milky's chatting.
Yeah,
sorry, Milky. Go ahead.
But yeah. No, you're good. Don't be silly. Anything. It could be absolutely anything that happens on the channel. I have no idea. I have loads of content already filmed. I have content planned that I want to do. I've got Comic Cons coming up in October with Tell Talks again and Dino Joe. That's going to be a real fun event. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, it's just, having fun and documenting it along the way. And I've now got my passport, and I keep going on the cheap flights website, and I don't know, I'm tempted. Like, France is only £19 and Germany is like £17, and I'm like, I could just do this on a weekend. And it's a YouTube video going to France for the weekend.
Crazy.
100 bucks in my pocket and see what happens.
Yeah, that's wild.
Awesome.
That's what I really want to do. I really want to do that. I want to jump on a plane somewhere in Europe because it's really cheap and just go and do something for a weekend, if that. I don't have to have money. I literally can talk to the stranger in the street. I am that kind of person. I think that's what those kind of videos are always good about. I think it's also infected me because I've been watching Yes Theory. And Yes Theory are the guys that will literally ask a random stranger in an airport to go on holiday with them to Hawaii for 3 weeks and that kind of stuff. So I'm in that kind of mindset.
Nice.
So yeah, you never know where I'll pop up. But there you go, Mitchie. I'm going to put that on the list. Funko Pops. It's mainly Game of Thrones Pops, though. You've all seen them before.
Yeah.
But you can put a story to every one of them. If I showed you Game of Thrones, I wouldn't know half of the characters, half of what they do, but you can put a story to them. And
so if you want to send the Game of Thrones Pops that you've got in your collection, I'll make a story about them for you.
There you go. You send me a picture or a video of your collection, I can make a story about your collection.
Right.
Only cost you £10.
You can fly to Germany for that.
Exactly. You make 2 videos, you're going to Germany.
Sheesh.
Quick draw. I believe Mr. Cajun did eat all the eggs. I believe so.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah. The eggs weren't so bad. Now the juice. That was hard. That was hard.
Mitchie's so mad that I got out of doing any and all of that. And now I did taste the alien snot.
It wasn't
but it wasn't all that bad.
No. I've tasted a lot
A
worse.
huge shout out to Bailey as well. Like, always, I think I put it in the chat. Always the professional performer. Like, she had a house full of strangers to her, and she was on her ball all night, dancing around and in costumes and all stuff. It was crazy. Like, if I know at that age, when I was her age, and if my parents had friends over to doing some, I'd have been in my room playing on the computer with the door shut, stay away from me.
Yep.
You know, so definitely massive props to Bailey as well.
Yes.
And she was so excited because, you know, she hears us talk about all you guys all the time. So she always, you know, wants to meet, and she sees the screen and everybody that's on here. But but she always wants to contribute. Yeah. So like she drew a picture and donated that for us to auction off, and Mark Schaefer, you know, was kind enough to buy that, and so that's, she always wants to do something and be a part of it in some way that she can. So yeah. 1 year she put up her entire pop collection. Yeah, she did.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I think that was the first year.
It was, and I think Mother Earth Mafia bought it and gave it back to her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But she's awesome. She's always, you know, just a ball of fun. So
yeah, she is. She's a great kid. Great kid for sure. So,
for sure.
Yeah. But, her bestie's a pretty good guy. So
I might have said her name too many times.
Uh-oh.
Here she comes. She didn't know we were talking about her.
Oh. So what do you got coming up, Jeremy, on your multiple channels?
Yeah, so we are going to we're going to do a video basically recapping. I've got to go out of town for a few days, so it'll probably be this weekend before we get it up. But we're going to do a video recapping this year, as well as just kind of the events over the last 3 years and how it's all done. So we're going to do that. There's a few things that I want to get that I'm still waiting on. We got the Pop Yourselves. We did that. So we'll have a video coming out on that. We also, I also, for some odd reason, jumped on and bought some drops last week or a couple days ago. And so those will come up. And then I'm going to grind away at this haunted history and just keep delving into, you know, every state's got 20 locations or more. So even if I don't get my pronunciations right and move outside of the country, there's enough to keep me busy for a year in the United States alone.
Yeah.
So say he during the process.
No, I won't say he. He.
Yeah.
You do it. You do it.
Oh, wow. Sorry. Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's up, Baylor's?
Hi.
How's my munchkin?
Good.
Good.
Hi. Wow, y'all look so mad. Why y'all so mad?
Ain't nobody
Why y'all look so
mad.
mad. Why y'all look so mad?
Ain't nobody mad, bruh.
No, it's been a good day, bro.
it's just my resting face.
That's what he said.
It's a resting thing.
It's okay. Wait until the morning.
Okay, so
That's exactly what you look like after F cancer, Jeremy.
it did.
Absolutely. I
I
felt
told
it.
him. I told him what we should have done was take like a pre-F cancer picture. Everyone would just like chill and hanging out, and then
Good
an
time.
after one with us all just disheveled, clothes torn, just like, oh my god, what have I done?
Charles's hair standing on end.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just combed it. So, but
Yeah, it was something else.
How about the Fortnite channel? You gonna be putting any shorts or videos out there or anything?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, you know, that served its purpose.
Yep.
I wasn't doing a lot of content before. I thought about keeping it going, but I just think 3 channels is too much.
Okay.
I can't focus enough energy on. It's hard enough to focus energy on 2 channels, so to focus on a third would be too much.
It is. It's quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. But, yeah.
But who knows? I say that and I'll start a 3rd channel of something else. Could
You never
happen.
know.
Could happen.
You never know. So, awesome.
Yeah. What do you got coming up?
Let's see. Probably today's Tuesday, so Thursday we got a Pokemon video. I bought Jeremy saw it. I had it with me this weekend. I never opened it. One of the 3-pack mystery boxes, MJ Holdings from Walmart. They're a $20 box. Yeah, usually you pull out cardboard trash.
Yep.
We actually, spoiler, we actually did pretty good on this one. Yeah, so that'll be Thursday. Friday, I'm going to shoot a video as soon as we get done here tonight or tomorrow and send it to Ryan to edit. It is a box that I bought off of Whatnot. I bought one soda from this seller, and I literally got a 12 by 12 by like 10 bucks.
Ooh.
And it's like 4 pounds.
Wow.
So I don't know what has happened, but I literally bought one soda from this person. I know the seller. We all know the seller. But yeah, so that'll be Friday's video. Saturday, we're probably going to try to do something with the laser. I haven't been doing much because I've been with you guys. And then yesterday, I had a little snafu when I was trying to cut something, and I gave up on it. I'm the type of person where if I screw up, I'm done. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
And I had to do that yesterday, doing something for Christy, actually, and I stopped because I screwed up like 3 times. I'm like, this stuff isn't cheap to screw up this many times.
Right.
So I quit on that. You gave me an idea for a video. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I just have to figure out how to do it. But you guys gave me an idea for a video. Friday night we were chatting about something. So stay tuned for that too. So just kind of randomness. We still have 6 more of the F cancer boxes. No, I did not get scammed. Trust me. I've actually had people Instagram message me asking, and I'm like, no, it's all a joke. We're like family. They're not going to do that to anybody.
Right.
So, and the person that messaged me knew that. So
yeah, that's funny though.
We actually got a big hit on Whatnot tonight. We bought a mystery box from a seller. Personally, I'm not like super stoked about it, but it was a top hit in a box, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be going on to somebody at some time. So good night, Kate. Thanks for coming in.
Good night, Kate. What up, Mama J?
Hey, Mama J. Better be making another Snorlax. That is on the list of many, many things to be made. I've got a list of about 25 or 30 items that I have to make within the next like 2 weeks. So
don't quick draw. Don't you worry. We're gonna get. We got this.
Yeah.
Okay. Mitchie wants me to tell Mama J that she is finishing up her shirt tonight, and it will go out tomorrow.
Awesome. Speaking of shirts, how many did you guys end up selling that night?
Mitchie, how many did we sell? 4.
Nice.
Yep.
And that was kind of a spur of the moment thing. Someone saw them on us and was like, hey, I want one.
Yeah. That was cool.
Cool. Ryan just reminded me this Friday, like I said, there's going to be something we're going to be trying to do once a month, a mystery box. This Friday, we're going to drop 6 boxes, 6, not 6, 6, $60 boxes shipped, guaranteed over that $60. Guaranteed. There's no real huge hit. There will be a picture of every pop that's in the boxes. You're going to get a combination. There'll be 4 pops per box, $60 shipped, guaranteed value. That'll be our first run. And then, every first of the month, we're going to try to build and build and build and build, and see where we can go with it. Might be a soda box one month. Might be just like a pop culture box the next month with sodas, pops, comic books, mystery minis, keychains. I'm just looking around. Might be a handmade wooden product, set of coasters. Who knows? So,
Cool.
Just something to kind of move some of this stuff out, hopefully.
Yeah, he was big sexy in that shirt. I called him big sexy.
Yes.
He was very well behaved as well.
He really was.
Yes.
No shenanigans this year. Mm-hmm. Except for stickers everywhere at Jeremy's house. But
yeah. Except for the stickers.
Yeah, except the stickers.
I see one right now in your background, Jeremy, just so you know.
No, you don't.
I see one in the background. But yeah. So Thank you guys for coming out. Randy, wish you could have been here, but next week for sure. Next week for sure. And Danny and AC, we love you. You're always welcome.
Always.
We're all family here. And that goes out to Hoosier Pop and Charlie over at Studio 34 Photography too. You guys are always welcome. Come on by. Just reach out to us. Don't be strangers. So I think Hoosier's going to kind of get back into Pops a little bit from what he's been saying. So you may see him on Tuesday night.
I need to reach out to Charlie because I just was looking at he gave me an autographed pop. He signed the Loch Ness Monster that he gave me and made me think of him earlier today. So yeah, I need to reach out to Charlie.
Nice. So that's all I got, guys. We're a little early, but
that's the way it goes.
Yes.
You'll find the Horseman next week over on my channel, guys.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I know I'll tell you when I'm hosting the week after. I'll tell you with a week's notice. You will know where to find us next week.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Again, thank you guys for coming out. Everyone in the chat. There's so many of you. I don't want to miss anybody. So just thank you, the chat, everybody who's been here. Mitchie for being in the background. Bailey for being up there. Does she watch the live, listen to it, or no?
Sometimes. Usually she's just right up here somewhere listening.
Yeah. Hovering a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
She was teaching us Japanese the other night. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, she was. She was watching her anime.
Yep, she was watching Demon Slayer, and she was yelling down words, and we're like, what's that mean? And it was hello or goodbye or nothing. Or it's pretty cool. So, not that I'm going to watch Demon Slayer to learn Japanese.
She got super excited because we bought her that poster, that Demon Slayer poster. She's got it on her wall, loud and proud.
Nice.
So,
yes, nice. So, and again, thank you, Jeremy and Mitchie, for being so hospitable this past weekend to myself and so many of us in this community. And having the heart that you guys do for this community and the cause behind the F cancer and just for being the people that you are. And again, everyone who was there that night, Ryan, everyone who was in-house, everyone who was in the chat, everyone everywhere, even if you caught it on the rewind, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That weekend means so much to me. It's time away. I can kind of decompress, be myself a little bit more, and I pretty much was.
Charles, we love who you are.
Yes.
Well,
yes, we do.
Well, it's it's not about me. It's about all of us, especially you guys. Like I said, you open your home to the world when you do this thing. Not just what we can see right there in your screen, but your whole basement. And you're outside this year. Your grill got on screen. Your hot tub with some hairy dude in it.
Right.
It was a great time, and I cannot wait to do it next year, wherever it may be, whenever it may be, and for whatever charity. To me, it doesn't matter. Charity's charity. Helping people is helping people.
Announcements coming soon.
Awesome.
And couldn't do it without any of you guys and all the community that was behind us. So it's not just my heart. It's not just Mitchie's heart. It's everyone in this community that's there and supporting and contributing.
Yeah. So, you want to go ahead and take us out, and I'll hit that end broadcast button.
All right, you do that. And guys, thank you so much for being here. It's been another awesome Tuesday night. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Charles. Everybody that's in the chat has been wonderful. We know you could be anywhere and you chose to be here with us. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we will
see you.